Hello everyone, welcome to Haley Moon Tarot. This is your weekly relationship reading for Libra. Oops. Libra, how are you guys doing? See what's coming in for you. Libra, what does Libra need to know? There we go. Options, opportunities. Yeah, someone's walking away. Could be someone who's not emotionally fulfilling. Somebody could have a lot of options or not interested in. This is someone moving towards new. Someone's leaving all this behind here. Yeah, we got somebody ready to date someone else here. This could be yourself in this energy, or it's just this person. They have lots of options. They're about to walk away because they're not emotionally fulfilling, or there's just no one they're interested in. Yeah, so someone making a choice. Not choosing any of those. This is a person moving towards new. Yeah, look at, there's that a new offer, opportunity. 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups. Someone who's been there, done that. But look, there's movement, gaining momentum. It's a person here speeding up and in a hurry. So this is about a partnership. I see long-term stability. I see going on a date. This is an invitation, fresh new start, resurgence of love. This is beautiful. Let's have a look at the 7 of Cups. What I like, yeah, this is someone getting ready to lay that foundation, to start something. Now, that communication's not emotional, but it's what you do and what are you up to. Where are you going? Are you going out? You know, that kind of thing. I'm just kind of looking at the cards to see if I can pick up the conversation, but it's often lacks a lot of clarity, but it's just someone a little apprehensive, not sure that the other person's probably even interested, or if they, are seeing anyone. Someone who's been procrastinating a little bit too. But I feel they're moving forward. It's about moving forward here. Yeah. They want to do something here. Oh, these cards want to stick. Yeah, it's about 2 people. 8 of Cups, 10 of Cups. Is that stuck? No. 8 of Cups, 10 of Cups. Let me just put these up here. So yeah, it looks like someone here is moving towards happiness, emotional fulfillment. They want to connect and come together. Somebody wants to connect here. Maybe you've already made this connection. Is why this person's leaving all their other options behind. Let's have a look at the Knight of Cups. If you've already had a date with this person, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, 7, 8, 8, 10. This is beautiful. Yeah, this is someone feeling very confident, but they have self-control. They're taming the beast. They're trying not to rush too quickly, but you can see they're gaining momentum here. Feeling a little overwhelmed, I feel like this is someone who doesn't want to overwhelm the other person, probably by coming on too strong, but their cup's already overflowing themselves, so they're trying to tame that beast, right? Self-control. Yeah, they feel confident though about what they're doing. There's a little lack of confidence, but I feel this is gaining the confidence here. Yeah, just somebody who's looking at the situation. Yeah, so someone ready to take a leap of faith. They're looking at what they're leaving behind first and foremost. So they're just taking a quick look over their shoulder before they move in, because they're coming in. This is quite spontaneous. This is pretty, oh yeah, they're coming on. This person knows exactly what they want. They're going for it here. I do see a possible Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. These are all the energies here. This person is stable too. They are stable. Financially, it looks like they got their act together. I do think this is someone quite busy at times, very busy, very goal-oriented, someone who takes pride in the things they do, but they're ready to take this leap of faith. Yeah, see, going on a date. Some of you might have a choice between 2 here. I wouldn't be surprised if you're waiting for somebody else to come in. This person could come in. Instead, you may have 2. Yeah. Wow, let's have a look at the 10. This is about going out on a date. They want to connect and go out on a date. Oh, this is someone who would probably spoil you with that 10 of Pentacles energy. Yeah, looks like you're going to have to make a decision, choices. It looks like there's a couple. I think you're going to leave this one person behind. It's somebody who doesn't look like they're going to follow through. You may decide to walk away. You may have had a date with this person and they're not following through on another. But yeah, I feel like you're going to make a decision. There you are. This is a decision you'll have to make in the future or the next little while. Maybe you already have. But yeah, this is someone quite charming. Yeah. One thing about it, someone who's not afraid, they're a natural born leader. See, this is someone who's not really a leader. They procrastinate, they're looking, this person's a leader. When they want it, they just go for it. They just take that leap of faith. They're not afraid of taking a risk. They do look before they leap. And it could be just this one person. If you've already had a date, this could be a follow-up date number 2 for some of you, which is nice because the cup runneth over. See, feeling a little overwhelmed, but they're going for it. Yeah, look at that. You know your worth and value. I don't think you have to do too much of anything. I think this person knows you're open, available. Yeah. But I do see this is yourself seeing the truth in a situation. Yeah, having to make a decision. Tell me about strength. So it could be you got someone who's a little lack of confidence. I do see them gaining confidence. If you have a date, it's a date with someone and actually connect. I do think there's this energy of confidence. Someone's building. Yeah, this is a cycle though. It's all about the timing. Yeah, some of you, maybe you've got something on and off, dating someone on and off, but often the Wheel of Fortune is somebody pushing the button and getting off the emotional roller coaster if it's on and off. If not, it's just an energy of timing. Something about the timing. But it is a cycle, and it is energy of good luck, feeling lucky, feeling fortunate, seeing things in a positive light. But they may not be quite confident or right. Tell me about this Page of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody with some Taurus energy possibly. Kind of someone who takes their time, but it's their lifestyle habits, the way they conduct themselves. And it's about playing by the rules. Maybe the timing isn't right, so they're playing by some kind of rules or some sort of structure. And I see a lot of, I think this person actually has a fair bit of self-discipline. But it has to do with structure, timing, rules, schedule. See, it's not really a committed. There's no real agreement. I feel like you don't have a real agreement with this person. Like a commitment hasn't been made. They're still, it's at the early stages before there's any kind of commitment about timing. So interesting. So it could be it could be just this person starting to feel more and more confident and just going for it here. But it looks like there's no real commitment. So it's something that kind of comes in out of the blue, probably when you least expect it. Tell me about the Fool. Yeah, this is someone coming in. They're determined to succeed. Whoever they are, they want this. I'm going to tell you that. Yeah, but if you have 2, I do see timing's not so right for someone. There's no agreement. But this other person's just spontaneous. They just kind of go for it. Tell me more about the Chariot. Yeah, they're determined to succeed. Yeah, see, it's an energy of someone who's walked away, putting on the brakes. So it actually is the same person. Someone who put on you're putting, the Empress could be the one putting on the brakes there too. The feminine energy, Libra yourself, you may be putting on the brakes. And taking one last look over the shoulder maybe before you walk away. But whoever this person's coming in, whoever it is driving that chariot. And it's interesting. This is someone who'll pick you up, take you home. I do see the tradition, the way someone conducts themselves, possibly a little old school rules with this person. Doesn't have to be, but it certainly looks like it. Let's have a look at the Knight of Cups energy, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so it's about interest. See, someone's been trying to be patient, but it's about showing interest. Yeah, they're interested. This person's very interested. Yeah, but it's whether or not you are. I feel like you are. You're just patiently waiting. But if you have a choice, I do see having to make a decision. I can see that clear all the time here. More on the Seven of Pentacles. Whoops. Yeah. Oh, we got the... And we got Pisces, and they keep sticking together, and they're not sticky. It's just they've got to the point where the finish is starting to... They're not as overly slippery. Now they don't want to slide at all. Telling you. Yeah, you know, I feel like this is just somebody here. This is someone who likes the chase. They're coming after you, though. They do like the chase. I think they like to have fun. I do think this person can be someone who kind of lives in the moment, but I do think they still have self-discipline at the same time. Like they're just taking at this moment, this time, they're ready to go for it. They want to ask you out. There's interest. Yeah, there is a lot of interest. They want to know things about you, what you're interested in, how you spend your time, things like that. So yeah, there is a lot of interest. And I do feel this is someone who's been patient as long as they can be. I think they've been trying to be patient, this person, about wanting to ask you out or following up. Could be they've been busy. Like I say, structure, I mean, things that this person has to do, obligations. This person could do contract work, negotiate, very good at negotiating. They could work on vehicles. But they certainly, that cup certainly is overflowing, and they're trying to not let their emotions get the best of them. And I feel the feminine's doing the same, reining it in. But this is where you take control, let them know you're open, and then hand over the reins. I feel like you're doing that. So a lot of this, I think a lot of people who watch tarot are really starting to do these things because I'm seeing it. I'm seeing this actually playing out more than I ever have. It's not just the spirit leaving the messages. I feel people are actually doing these things, not chasing, just sitting there waiting for this person to come in, handing over the reins. Your turn. Because I wouldn't be surprised if it's the Empress that laid a little bit of foundation, just like, hey, want to get together sometime, or there was a conversation, something that was said that made this person feel very positive, lucky, fortunate. This is the Wheel of Fortune's here. I mean, this is the Empress energy, so... I'm liking this reading. I feel it's telling you to trust your intuition here, though. If there's two, one of these may not be your type, or you might lose interest in one. For those of you, yeah, losing interest. But I kind of feel like someone's coming in a hurry because they don't want you to lose interest. Yeah. Or you could be interested in other people, have options too. So it's definitely someone, I do see a lot of thinking going on, especially with the Queen of Swords. Somebody trying to be very logical. Yeah. Very logical. Yeah. This is an energy of experience. You've likely experienced something like this before, so I do think you know what to do. Have a look at the Empress. Yeah. See, it's cooperating, compromising, but it's all about... it's about building, it's all about confidence. That confidence up there, building someone up, making them feel confident. Something that you said to this person made them feel that way. If those of you who've already had a conversation, you made a connection. But it's all about going on dates. Maybe one date, maybe you're on the second. But any of you that have two, one of these I do feel may not be your type. You've lost interest, or you're just not interested. Because I feel like you're just trusting your inner knowing. It's like you already know the answers you're seeking. It's like you kind of already know. Yeah. Who you're actually really interested in here. Yeah, it could be somebody very creative. We know the Emperor and the Empress are often very creative. Or the Emperor or the Empress and the King of Wands, very creative, things you have in common. So you probably know who this person is. The other person, maybe you don't know them. Don't know. Let's have another look at this King of Wands. It's not always the signs, although I do see Sagittarius with this person, but I also see Aries, Cancer, Scorpio. Tell me about this King of Wands. Who is this person? Who are they? What do you know about this person? Yeah, they're good at manifesting. Maybe even a little mirroring. They have some Gemini energy. But they're good at manifesting. They're creative. They have a lot of skills. They're very handy. Maybe a jack of all trades. But yeah, they are somebody they bring something to the table. Maybe that's what you want, someone who's got a lot of skills. They're very handy. Like I say, jack of all trades. It could be an electrician, anything with the magician energy. Yeah. Tell me about this magician energy. See, they're manifesting this. Or you've manifested it. How? Because you maybe are the person who started it. And then you're handing the reins over them to take the lead. Over to you now. Hurry up. Giddy up. I wouldn't be surprised. And you just sit there and think and contemplate. Yeah, I feel like this person, oh, these cards, yeah, it's about putting in effort, building. See, I don't know what this person does. They build, they work on cars, they build something. They're creative. They work very hard. They are a busy person. Very, very creative. Like I say, handy. They have a lot of skills. They're very capable. Yeah, beautiful energy. So that's where I kind of feel like you already know, because you're thinking these things possibly. See, your inner knowing. It's like you already know. Yeah. Yeah, I do see Aquarius energy for some of you. Yeah, this is someone popular, the star. They probably get chased. They get a lot of attention, but they hold you in high regard. But I feel it's about expecting. See, I think that you're kind of waiting for this person, hoping that this person comes in. But you're another one of these people that's going to get somebody else. The person you're expecting is going to be different than who comes in. And it could be because this person, it's possible they know. I do see there's talk, communication, something going on here where they know, so they're swooping in to take control before someone else does. Often that's the case with the Chariot. It's someone who just comes in out of the blue. They just kind of swoop right in there and take control. Tell me about the Star, but you can see this is an energy of interest, whether the feelings are mutual. I do feel someone letting go of something. I feel like you're letting go of control. You're not going to try to control this. You're going to let this person kind of come towards you here. Yeah. It's about what you're expecting. Yeah, there's definitely a spark and attraction. This person's attractive. I feel like you already know. You find them attractive in some way, or they're manifesting, like I say, the mirroring, the manifesting what there's desire. And this person wants you, probably both of you. I think you really know who you're going to... Why wouldn't you pick this person here, unless this is yourself? But I do think it could be another person for some of you. It's just an energy. Who is this person? Who are they? Yeah, there's somebody here. It's about someone who's following through. Yeah, it's about someone following through, laying the foundation. Yeah, Temperance. I think it's actually the same person, just somebody who's been kind of procrastinating. They're about to make a decision. They see opportunity. See, it's about taking the opportunity that's being presented. Yeah. But there it is. Someone taking a little step back. Yeah, this is where the feminine lets somebody know they're open. They could have other options. There could be another person reaching out to them. But I feel this person's coming your way. Yeah, they're leaving somebody else behind here. Someone who's not their type. Someone who's trying to start things with them. Yeah, that's what it is. But this is the person, whoever this is the person coming in here. They're leaving, they're walking away from someone else they're not interested in. So it's them who's lost interest in someone, or they're just not interested. They're not their type. Yeah. I think you already know the answers you're seeking. Some of you know exactly what's going on here. I mean, this could actually be connected with the Empress. Someone who's let someone know they're open and available to receive, and they just have to follow through with Temperance. A little test. But it's an energy of someone who's different. See, it's an energy of somebody who may be a little different than your usual type. So that's who they are. But I don't know. Maybe you're open to it. Yeah. Never know. This is the person I think that's going to come in, though. I don't know. I think that person's still kind of sitting there. Tell me about the Two of Cups. It's like they have a lack of if you had a date with them already and they lacked confidence, they feel a little more confident. There's no doubt. I can see that. But you want somebody who's confident enough to come in and ask you out. And that's what I kind of feel is happening, that it's maybe not happening. They may not follow through and lay the foundation and get this going, where it's someone else. Yeah. See, it's all about interest, investing, being patient. See, some of you aren't putting all your eggs in one basket. You're keeping your options open here. But if you have someone here who's like that and they're keeping them open, that's where I kind of feel this, you've lost interest. Because if you are, by any chance, if you got any Aries in your chart, I do see that, which could be the masculine. It's either all about me or I'm not interested, right? Because the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands aren't any different, especially when it comes to Aries. These are two people who are, it's either all about me or I'm out of here, right? I'm not interested. So that could be something happening here. Yeah. But there's the person reaching out. See that little bit of a test to see if someone reciprocates, if the feelings are mutual. Yeah, there could be some mutual people that know each other. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe something to do with family. Or there could be an invitation, an opportunity, some sort of family situation. I wonder if someone wants to introduce someone. Yeah, that's what it is. I see what it is. Yeah, and it does have to do with a home, a celebration. Somebody here is having, something's going on with a holiday, a situation, something traditional. Oh, what's coming up pretty soon? Thanksgiving in Canada. But what else is coming up? There's some other holiday. Anyway, what I'm seeing is this person reaching out, a little test to see if the other person's interested. So these are possibly invitations. Now, it could be someone who's like, I'll pick you up. Do you want to go together? I don't know if you're interested in that. If there's two, I don't know if you're that interested in doing that. Maybe you'd rather be alone, or you don't want to be around other people, because I'm sensing there's this celebration or gathering. I mean, this is someone building the foundation. It's about building a foundation. But let's look at the reality of this person reaching out. If you're interested. Whoever it is, they're coming in. And I do feel if you say yes to this person will pick you up and bring you home. And then they'll know where you live. I just sort of seen that going, do you even know each other well? I don't know. Obviously, you already know the answers you're seeking. I think some of you already know that you're not, they may not be right, or your type. Or you're just not quite sure what you're going to do here, but I think you know the answers within, because it has to do with someone who's really is attractive, charming. There's desire. Or this person finds you attractive. But I think it's about being alone, like you'd rather be alone with someone, or this other person would rather be alone with you than be around other people. So there's definitely some choices here. Yeah, some of you got someone who's kind of keeping you hanging too. I think it's the other person. That's why I feel there's two, and this other person's the one swooping in out of the blue. See, it could be friends who are like family, or it could be, I don't see siblings, but is there like two people in one family asking someone out? I seen this in another reading. There was some sibling rivalry, but I believe I remember correctly what reading that was. It was feminine energy. Tell me about this Page of Cups. See, this is somebody just like, do you want to do something? Do you want to go for a cup of coffee? I think there's a person who lacks confidence. I think the other person's the one who's more confident. Yeah, it's hard to tell when you get all these energies, but one thing I can see 100% is whoever it is that comes in, they're going to come in. I see a solid direct invitation. I do see laying the foundation, because I'm seeing 3 aces. And I do see, do you want to go together? Do you want to do this together? And I do think there's going to be a conversation. I think you're going to tell this person that you're not really interested in a situation here. It's about getting into a situation, and that somebody, a first impression of something to do with the people, family or something here. Because I just can't put my finger on it. It's not showing me enough. It may not meant, some things just aren't meant to be known when the High Priestess comes out. So it's like you just have to kind of wait and see. Yeah. I feel like there's one person's going to make up excuses. Or maybe you'll do that. And now I see the Queen of Wands wants to come out here. So yeah. See, it's either all about me or you're not interested. I feel like you just want one-on-one, especially if it's a first date. I feel like you don't want to go to be with someone's family, or because I'm seeing family. And something that's like a holiday or a tradition, some kind of tradition or habit. Yeah, one of these people too, like I feel if you know who they are and you date them, one of these people might have a bad habit of some sort that you don't really like. It might kind of turn you off a bit. Well, I'll tell you, there's nothing worse than someone who keeps another person waiting or hanging. That can be a real turnoff for some people, or if they have other options. Because we know the Queen of Wands, like the King of Wands. See, this is what's interesting. I feel like you're going to connect because this is coming out of the Empress, the Queen of Wands. Unless this person has this other person here, which I don't feel is the case. Because it's showing me the King and Queen of Wands, which are two people who are, it's either all about me or I'm not interested. And that's what it's funny how that come out. See, it's either all about me or I'm not interested. So if there is someone who's got options, you're likely the person who's going to walk away. Yeah. But these are two people that you're going to connect with this person. And this is somebody who definitely would like to be alone with you. They'd rather be alone than have other bunch of people around, or do, especially when you first connect with someone, the last thing you want to do is be with their family. I feel like a first date with family or people who are like family. I don't know. I mean, there's something about a family home here too. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's not looking like, to me it looks like breadcrumbs, right? It's not quite what fulfilling. Yeah. You're going to go down this path with this person. Where it goes, it's hard to say. Why the Wheel of Fortune? Where it starts, where it stops, no one really knows in this reading, and I can see that very clearly. So, like I say, it's going to be what it's going to be. But if you are embodying this Queen of Wands, where it's either all about me or I'm not interested, and I know that Libra, the Queen of Swords, is very much like that too. You're not into sharing with someone, especially if it's someone who's been dating someone on and off. Maybe you're going to find out about it. I don't know. But whoever this is, they are just literally swooping in out of the blue. This is not someone spontaneous. I don't feel this is the same person. This is a person more likely. And the only reason is because they're kind of in a hurry. And they're manifesting. They're manifesting what they desire. And I think you mirror each other. And you're very, very much the same. Yeah, beautiful Empress energy, though. They know you're open. Like, I know they can see that you're available. And it is possible you're the one that started it, maybe with both people. Are you being a little flirty? That's all right. It's being playful. That's how you get it going. The Empress knows how to flirt just right. Take care, Libra. See you soon.